Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Again. Now, today's live stream is brought to you by me, because I own this channel, bitch. So, how are we? Whoops, not what I was after. I need to find out where the where the chat is, because I can't find it. I'm having a bit of a brain fart as well. Anytime this wants to work. I've also got a little announcement for you. Something I did proclaim the other day. Where's clipboard? Why is this phone being a bitch? Hold on a second, friends. I might be about to have a temper tantrum. Excuse me. Right. Copy. Okay, so I'm going to do something. Brace yourselves. I've got a link to share. It's a link for me, actually. Why is that doing that? Stop doing that. I'm going to have to go to sorry, I can't see your chats at the minute. This is a complete shit show so far. Over here. Yes. Right. One moment, please. So, you may or may not have seen that I have set up myself a coffee account. And I'm going to leave the link in this comment at the top of the chat. Okay. I'm just going to... Why is this happening to me? There it is. Now I have pinned the message. And everyone can see it. Sorry, but I need help. I'm looking to try and buy a laptop, a camera, oh shit, a microphone, trying to improve the quality of my videos. Probably not the live streams, because as Peter pointed out, I just have bubbles on screen when I'm doing a live stream, because they're more like podcasts. But the actual videos, I would like to try and do something, you know? Excuse me. Excuse me whilst I yawn in your ear. But also, I've tried a couple of times to monetize the channel, and I'm actually more comfortable with people donating via coffee than I am with monetizing the channel through adverts, because at least with the coffee thing, you can choose whether you want to give or not. With adverts, you kind of just, you don't get a choice. And I've always hated adverts on videos. I must admit, I just do. It's nothing any creator can sort of control, you know, but there we are. All right. Let's have a look at Monkey See, Monkey Do, says Phil. Hello, Phil. Lego East says, looks like they found the off button on the monkey. I don't want to touch a monkey's off button. One of these things is not like the other. Which of these things doesn't belong, says Phil. Hello, Adam D. Evening, Rich and chat. Evening to you. Frank, what's happening? Jura Rose, shut up. Rizard, hello. Jay-Z, what up? How are you, Hove? Let's people. Scent of the night, says Dushan. Amawaj Diaman, beautiful night in Serbia. Diaman is a beautiful fragrance. I absolutely love it. Over here, says Lego East. Yes, that's right. Excuse me. Are you wearing Timbuktu, Frank? Lego East is wearing Zibbeline. Scent of the day, Serenity by Oman Luxury, says MJ. Hove is wearing Amen Pure Wood. Nice. Donate, says Fragrance Journey. Fragrance View, even. I love my streaming with links, says Nuclear One. Hello, Nuclear One. Jura Rose says, I am wearing something beautiful, but can't say any more. Jura says, I'll buy you a new bubble machine. Sometimes the bubbles do break, don't they? It's not ideal. Frank says, Timbuktu is another... No, Dusan says, Frank, Timbuktu is another Duchefort masterpiece. So soft and elegant. Duchefort loves vanilla. Paolo says, come to Dubai. Let's have coffee on me. If only I could get on a plane. I'm not sure I could get up the stairs. Maybe if there was some kind of lift. That would be good. I've been really struggling with me hip. But it's nice to see you here, Paolo. I was introduced to Paolo on Eugene's stream the other day, and we have become good friends. As good of friends as you can be in a few days. You know what I mean? Peter says rather flippantly, so we can see more HD wooden table. Better than seeing pictures of Indian people on the wall behind us. Indian people with strange glows around them. Jura Rose Duchefort loves frankincense and Davana. What's that? Lily says a man-sized duck is not the one like the others. Oud Pashmina by Montal, says Paolo. The Ombre Nomad by Louis Vuitton clone. Louis Vuitton stuff smells like clones anyway, to be fair. They're just sort of... I don't like that line. I don't like that line at all. Lily says, hi Peter, how's the walls? They're an awful colour. Not a fan of that green. Like an olive green. Michael John says, scent of the day, Amouage Royal Tobacco, 5ml sample. Lily says, donate for Rich's private jet so he can lay down to travel the world. Yes, that's right. If I am to travel the world, I must do it on my back. I was thinking of that private jet for the duck, says Adam. Did I get myself a Ferrari? Jura Rose, says Michael. I personally love it. But it wasn't love at first sniff. It took a few wearings. The name should have been Royal Incense. Anuj is here. Rich Mitch rescues a lame-ass Monday, thank God. Welcome, Anuj. Bob, says Lily. How soon for the CB? The what? Everyone says hello to Anuj. So, today, I wore a vintage Koros. It is potent. It is most potent. I also made a boob last night and bought some perfumes that I didn't want and then managed to cancel the deal today. But I may have secured a couple of other things. So last night I have found a seller in Italy who was a particularly nice man called Antonio. He's very nice. And I found a vintage bottle of Quadrille. I found a vintage bottle of Tumulte by Christian Lacroix. And I found a vintage bottle of Cacharel pour l'Homme. Now, I'm going to be honest. I overpaid for the Tumulte considerably. And last night, when I was trying to sleep, I started having nightmares. Literally, I swear to God, I started having nightmares. Not about perfume, just general nightmares, you know. About being attacked and shit like that, you know. Just the good old-fashioned nightmares and falling out with people. So I had these nightmares, woke up this morning and I was like, oh God, I can't go on like this. So I had to find a way to cancel the deal. And I did in the end. Guy refunded us. After telling us that he didn't have the Quadrille anymore. He said he thought he did, but he didn't. Which was sad. Sorry. So I said I would go back to him in a few days when the refund had cleared, and I would I'll try and buy a couple of other things that he's got. But Ramsey, I'm not going to tell you what he did, but he's done a madness. And when he gets these perfumes in, you will see the absolute fucking how can I put it? He's just done a madness. Like he's bought outrageous stuff, like stuff that you never thought you would see. And this guy had it, and Ramsey bought it. Spent a pretty penny. Let's see what everybody's saying. Everyone's just saying hello to each other. Paulo says Koros is a masterpiece. It certainly is. Hello, Anoush, says Dushan. Save at least one bottle of the exquisite pain for me. I know that you buy 4 of them. I don't know, man. I said to Eugene that Anoush could sell them to, he could ship them to Europe. It was just an idea. But I think Eugene wants to do it himself and doesn't really want to bother Anoush, which I totally get. Everybody is saying hello. Christine says, welcome, Christoph. And Christine says, love a good old-fashioned nightmare. I love the ones where you can't run. Yeah. One of my friends was trying to have a fight with us, and I didn't want to have a fight with him because he was my mate. I was like, just leave it. I was like, it's okay, just calm. And he kept trying to hit us, and I was like, stop it. And he never did hit us. You know what I mean? I always managed to get, like, away. But he was, like, shouting and all that kind of patter. And I just woke up and I just felt like in a bad way. But then it happened like 3 times. There were different nightmares throughout the night. But like I don't usually do that. I don't wake up, then turn around and like go back to sleep. That's not usually what happens. Like if I do that, I'll do that to go to the toilet and then go back to sleep straight away. Like I don't have nightmares like that. And I'm absolutely convinced it's because I bought them fucking perfumes last night. I felt guilt. I felt guilt and shame. Legoe says Casherelle with the bird on. I don't know if it's got a bird on it. But it's Casherelle Paulom. Antonio, hello. Dushan says Jules Verne has very good fragrance for a rainy day. Enjoy it. Has a nice eucalyptus note. Barbershop. So does Body Chorus. What did you buy, says Christoph? So it was Quadrille by Balenciaga, which I was actually really interested in. It was Quadrille. It was oh my god. It was Quadrille, Casherelle, Paulom, and there was something else, and I've completely forgot what it was. I just said it a couple of minutes ago. Casherelle and Tumulte by Christian Lacroix, and I got in touch with a couple of people today. One of them was Ramsey, and the other one was Greggy Boy, and I said, how's Tumulte? And they were like, oh, I really like it. It's dead nice. And I was like, oh, can he? And I was like, yeah, that's really good. I'm glad. And they were like, yeah. They were like, what did you pay for it? And I told them, and they were like, no, don't pay that. Basically, so yes, I managed to not squander the order. I managed to cancel the order, get a refund. I'm going to go back to him because he's got a couple other things that I want. I still want the Casherelle, if I'm being honest, because it's I did overpay and felt bad. But the thing that really made us feel bad and guilty was that I bought them on a whim. You know, I just bought them like out of the blue. I hadn't been looking for them. And I went looking and just decided to buy them and then spent a lot of money. And I did overpay. Especially for that Tumulte. That Tumulte was about 10 times more than it was actually worth. Greggy Boy actually described it as an Avon fragrance when it first came out, which made me feel like being sick, frankly. That was not great. So screw that shit. But yes, I managed to get a refund. So I've got the money back. That's good. I felt bad asking for money on coffee when I'm buying other perfumes. Really what I want to get as much money as I can together and then put it towards getting like a decent laptop, a decent camera, a decent mic. I'm thinking, right, this is where you could help us. Do I really need a decent camera if I've got a decent laptop? I'm definitely going to get a light, and I'm definitely going to get a microphone, and I'm almost certainly going to get a laptop because you can do lots of stuff on a laptop. I just don't want to spend that much money and then not use it, you know? So, Carl, welcome. How are you? JR, laying low, my friend, and like where you are in the Emerald Isle, lots happening, lots change for the better, I hope. Good to hear that, says Adam. A lot of dreams of mine consist of me trying to get somewhere, but usually it ends up nowhere as I never arrive and I'm just wandering lost. Oh. I don't necessarily think dreams mean anything in and of themselves. I think they're more I think they're more like manifestations of feelings than they are of thoughts. You know, I think it's your thinking brain trying to make sense of your feeling brain. There's nothing to feel guilty about, is it? Says Christoph. Well, I have tried to make this change where I'm not buying perfume on a whim. See, if this had been 6 months ago, I'd have just stuck with it. I wouldn't have refunded it, even if I felt like I had overpaid. I would have been like, "Yes, sod it." Because that Tumulte is not easy to get, even though Greggy said he would have a look, and if he had some spare, he would sell us a bottle. I'm actually hoping that I might be able to swap something with him, but we'll see. I have a little surprise for him. We'll see though. If he really just wants to sell it, then I'll probably just buy it off him because I wouldn't mind it actually. The only person who's got a video on it is Robes Away, and it's one of his ancient videos from like 2009, 2010. And that was quite interesting to watch. But he paid $25 for his bottle, and I paid 10 times that at least. And I was like, no, I can't do that. No. Bob says, Richard, you sound beat. Can you take us out back? White Horse, perhaps? No, it's too dark. It's actually fucking dark now. It's only 8:30. It's only 8:30 here. It's absolutely pitch black outside. The nights are, was my mother says, the nights are putting in. You know? I see you overpaid and that made you feel, yes, that's right, Christoph. I did. Lego East says, in the Cacharel font, there's a bird top left equals vintage. I'll have a look when I get off. Thank you very much, Lego East. Quadrille Balenciaga. Yes, I've heard that it smells like not Feminine de Bois. I've heard that it smells like Femme de Rochas, which intrigued me greatly because that's fantastic. Evening, Mitch the Rich Duck. That's me. Evening Call. Tumulte by Christian Lacroix. Yes, I even got in touch with the news today and I was like, have you got any of that? And he was like, no. Cuckoo, everyone, says Pradeep. Welcome, Pradeep. P.O. Bengtson says, Scent of the Days, Oleg Cassini, Jovan. Outrageous. Christoph says, bedtime. Bit early, but I'm sick at the moment, so I'll try to sleep early. I'll get well soon. Guten Nacht, says Jura Rose. If you want to do a whole production, get the camera. If it's just going to be shot of the cabinet, don't get a camera, but maybe a new phone. I might do. I don't know. I thought about it. I'm trying to get like Richie G to like, because Richie G knows a little bit about technology and computers and stuff, you know, a little bit. But I'm trying to get him to like sort of commit to helping us, and he has done a bit. Cacharel Paulon was extremely hard to get in Canada in the 80s and even into the 90s. A very tough find that was at that time, anyways. So I suppose a vintage is out of the question, Anoush. Floral Note says, or get a decent 1080p webcam, hook it up to the laptop and film how you usually do it that way. Which would be cheaper? Would I be able to get superior picture quality that way? You know? Dushan says, P.O. Bengtson, the man who was wearing the extra version of Rose de Taif for his marriage day. That's the best recommendation for a fragrance. Pradeep says, someone sold Antace for €5 as they couldn't see the juice level and it's probably 90% full and a vintage, says Pradeep. Oh my god. Dushan, you should do the same, says P.O., if you're not married yet. Jura says, talking of Richie J, I am hungry and thinking of getting one of those giant pizzas he got. Yes, that's right. He got like a fucking 5-foot pizza, didn't he? It was a silly size. Oh! Excuse me whilst I roll over. I'm going to take some medication now. You be so quiet and so still. Hell of a cough. Okay, so take some of these tablets. And I take some of these tablets. Excuse me whilst I hydrate massively. I just took a huge chug. Oh, friends, I am back. €5 sounds like Rudy fleeced another one. Rich, let's do 12 hours straight of streaming right here and now. No. Sorry about that. I can't be doing 12 hours. Evening all. Paul Smith, London. Vintage, says Cowboy Crunchy. Nice. Pale, there isn't enough water on Earth to keep him hydrated that long. That's right. Woof. Pale, thanks, man. I'm single and I enjoy it. At first, I need to climb some peaks in the Himalayas. Wow. Doosan's going to climb some peaks. Some people are insane on Vinted. They sell stuff at 10, €20 and have no idea of the actual price, says Pradeep. Yes, there's a European one. There is a European Vinted and there is a British Vinted, and the British Vinted is shit. Which is a shame. Jura, says Pio. Oh, Jushan, fantastic. Which ones? Ryan, Rich, welcome, Ryan. One of these days we will not excuse you whilst you hydrate. Well, then I will hydrate anyway and have no excuse. What's good people? Hello, Bry. I'm going to do a stream with Bry, I think, on Saturday. So me and Bry are going to do the 5 or 10 fragrances we are looking forward to wearing this autumn. That will be interesting. Also this week, I will be releasing my 10 fragrances I wore the most in spring and summer 2022. So, and it will be scientific as well. I have counted them all up. Took us about half an hour because Fragrantic has a dick and doesn't have a button which tells you, unlike base notes, which is great. Product is absolutely on the contrary. There are also assholes who will as well for 100 mil for a vintage mini. If anyone is in England and wants to smell vintage Derby in the original bottle, somebody is selling a mini for £41 at the minute. And it's in the vintage Derby bottle. So if you quickly head over to eBay, you'll be able to pick it up. That's if you're in England or Britain. I sent it to Jura Rose, but he has dillied and dallied. And so there are the quick, and there are those without vintage Derby. So get yourselves over there as fast as you can. They've also got some actual fucking vintage Derby official samples, like the 2 mil ones. I think they've got 10 of them, so it's like 20 mil for 50 quid. Or 5 of them, I can't remember. It's something like that. It tells you in the description. But if you look up vintage Derby, you'll find them. You dig? Oh dear. But yes, I'm thinking of doing a little video this week about why I've decided to set up a coffee account. And maybe it's even just a short, just to raise awareness and just say, here is my coffee account. If you want to donate, do. If you don't, it's okay. I still love you. I appreciate everybody who has already donated. There are some lovely people who have been very lovely. It's like liking and subscribing. You don't have to do that. You know, it's very kind. And it's very thoughtful. I feel bad. I've got to be honest. I do feel a little bit bad putting it up there. You know, asking for that shit. But one of me plans is to excuse me, with the onset of this horrible winter that we're about to have, it's kind of like screwed with me plans for buying a laptop, really. Because I was like, right, I'm going to buy a laptop one day, and then all of a sudden the fucking prices, Vladimir and his infinite wisdom decided to invade the Ukraine, of which the Ukrainians have then kicked the Russians' asses, apparently, if you believe what you read. They're running for their lives at the minute, apparently, the Russians. It's not the Russians, it's the Russian army, and of which most of them didn't want to go into the Ukraine anyway. It's all Vladimir's fault. It's not the Russian people. It's not the Russian army. It's Vladimir. It's all him. So, anyway. We'll get off that point. I don't know how the hell I got onto that point. Jesus. Screw that. Nice choice this is. Anoush. Pradeep says, I got a couple of Derby minis for €30. Best mini I ever had. Yes, I got a vintage Antace mini the other day. This smells outrageous. It's a little 4mm mini. It's a tiny little thing, but it's brilliant. Vintage Derby. Shut up, Dura Rose. Legoist says, there was a seller on eBay who sold 4 50-pence coins for £1.50, as two of them had the same design on the back. Oh my God. Oh dear. Those Kew Gardens ones go for like 80 quid for 1 50-pence piece. Madness. It's only 50-pence legal tender. It's just people want the Kew Gardens one because they're really. You can go on a website called changechecker.com. And it's it'll tell you what all the different ones are worth. Dusan the Solaria makes me think of Shawshank Redemption. Did you know that the Champions League music, the music that's used for the Champions League, is the same music that's used for a coronation in Britain? I did not. And the English teams playing in the Champions League this week will not have the Champions League music playing. What a sign of respect for the Queen. How strange. I'm over it now. I'm fucking sick. It's wall-to-wall coverage. I'm absolutely miserable with it. They cancelled the football over the weekend, which I thought was a disgrace. Because they were worried that some football fans wouldn't respect a minute's silence. But they didn't cancel any of the other sports. So what the fuck? Like, it just pissed us off. I'm absolutely sick of it all now. Could we have 3D bubbles if you go pro? You could do. I've got to go pro first though. I need to reach my my target or my goal. I think I might have said it a little bit too much though. Oh. Yes, Handel Zadok the priest. It was written for King George's coronation. Pretty good. Hello, Rich. What's the scent of the day? Says Pat Lester. My scent of the day is vintage. Kuros. Sorry, my brain's not working today. I'm absolutely all over the place. I'm currently wearing Devon by Aramis, says Pat. A leather-based fragrance with a slight green sweetness that I do really like. Nice. I've got Devon as well, to be fair. Jura says, yes, that Handel. Zadok the priest. It was written for King George's coronation. Yeah, there's been a few of them, mate. Yeah, cancelled football is never good. Says Micah, no, it's not. Can a perfume be virile? Koros can. Koros will get you pregnant. I'm gutted they cancelled the football, says Dino. George the First or Second, I can't remember, says Jura Rose. Life of American Pie says Roger and Rich are secretly best friends. Hey. American Pie is being naughty. Adam D says Instagram banned my story over 73 countries for using the Champions League theme by recording inside the stadium before kickoff with the crowd chanting. They shouldn't be able to do that, really. Ryan D says, did anybody see the video of, I know exactly what you're gonna say here, the video where he's like showing he's like telling the servant to move the thing for him. That is totally Charles to a T. He treats his servants like they're less than shit. Apparently he once made one of his servants drive like 100 miles to get some particular pair of pajamas for him, and by the time the servant had got back, Charles had changed his mind. There's another story where he called his butler from the other side of a palace. The butler came in and said, what's up? What's up, like, Your Highness? And Charles was like, oh, I've dropped this letter in the bin. Can you pick it out for us? And the bin was right there. Like, right there. Like, it wouldn't have been nothing for him to bend over and pick it up. He's lovely with people he doesn't know, but his servants, he treats them exactly as such. Because he's always grown up in that way. Excuse me. That feels like I've actually got that out of my throat now. It was extremely obnoxious, you're right. Lego says I put the Kew Garden 50p piece in a car park payment. Oh, you burp. GME. Did you do that for? Saw it roll in slow motion. I bet you did. I bet you heard music as well. Dear me. Could have paid for the week. You could have, The Leon will get you pregnant with the Omen. No, the Leon can't get it up. Dushan says, Bob or the soldier in Siberian Barber Man, a great Nikita Mikhailov movie. There are many stories like when he made them boil hundreds of eggs to get it just how he wanted it after a hunt. Oh, the scandalous bastard. Yes, you're totally right. There are loads of stories of him being an absolute brat. Apparently his sons are totally different, like. Mal 40 roses in a bottle, sex in a bottle, virile gem, loving the no marketing. Yes. What a life, lol, says Ryan. I simply cannot fathom being born into that type of lifestyle. It's like it can't even be real. Oh, it is real. It's just not real for me and you. It's real for what, one person. What's the problem with it? It's an in-ear balance. He'd fall over. What are you talking about, Micah? The Leon can't get it up. Yes, that's right, Dina. He can't. I don't mind the football getting postponed, says Adam D. I've got to watch the NFL. Oh no. I don't like NFL. It's more standing around than it is actually playing the game. I don't mind the football getting postponed. No, sorry, I've read that. Good day, Paroli. How are you? Your scent of the day is Fahrenheit Absolute. That is true. Bob says, so after 73 years, a man finally gets his first job. Jura? That is a well-worn quip. But I wouldn't swap places with him. I wouldn't have swapped places with him over the last fucking 73 years either. At no point would I want to be a royal. Look what it's done to Harry. Look what it's done to William. They've paid a heavy price for everything they've got, which is, it's hard to describe to people, but that's a very British thing. You can have the palaces, you can have the gold fucking thrones, the golden carriages, you can have the fucking the money, the fucking wealth, the fame, like all of that sort of thing, but we'll take your flesh, we'll take your soul. You know, you won't have a moment's privacy, you won't have a moment's peace. You'll suffer. And that's what brings us together. Such a strange. I was trying to explain this to Ramsey recently. I would not want to be a royal. I wouldn't want to be a royal. It'd be fucking awful. Absolutely awful. Nice one, Pepperoli. Too much stop-start in the NFL for me. Yeah, it's just shit. What's up with the soap opera like coverage of the royal family? It's just ridiculous. It's because everybody's just letting this out, like everybody's just like letting this out for like everybody's jumping on the bandwagon at the minute, you know. The fact is that for me, the fact is that she was in uniform in World War II. She actually served. She did. She was a mechanic. She did work. She was part of that generation that rebuilt the country and rebuilt the world after the Second World War. She wasn't pompous. She wasn't like what Charles is. Charles has had a completely different upbringing to her. She wasn't brought up to be a brat, you know? And she did it. And she did what she said she was going to do. You know? Fair play to her. She deserves respect. You don't have to like it. And I don't really. It's like I was telling Ramsey again. You can't make a logical argument for the monarchy. But it's not about logic. It's about feeling. It's what it is. You know? We've been doing this for 1,000 years, over 1,000 years. With kings and queens in this country. It's so strange. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just the way it is. Our sports in the US used to be one of the last things that united people of all beliefs and creeds to stop caring about them the day that died as well. Yeah. The NFL's that. I think the actual game of American football is rubbish. I think it's boring. Bariatrion says he's sure rich unlimited space for backup bottles. You could ask your butler to bring forth backup bottle of Charles of the Ritz Kouros. The thing is, if you were the king of the English, you would have to wear an English perfume, and English perfume isn't anything on Italian or fucking French perfume. You know, some English perfumes are nice. I've got a few English perfumes, but not meh. Seems like a lot of protocol to be a royal, even behind closed doors, says Lily. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'd just be bored. I remember James II was kicked out by William, yes, for being a Catholic, wasn't it? Alan says, Scent of the Day is Oud After Dark by Amor Oud. I'm looking forward to meeting Alan Hansen. That should be coming in a couple of weeks, hopefully. As long as I don't fall ill, or he doesn't get denied somehow. They must have some outrageous vintage girl on somewhere. They will probably presented with different stuff over the years, but who knows? Probably they have a fluffer for that, or maybe just something else I'm thinking about. I don't know. Roger is English. Yeah, but his perfumes are made by French people in France. Robertet. Robertet is a French name. Not sure I own a single English perfume, says Paroli. Probably for the best. Not joking, Phil. Definitely like a grand champion sumo wrestler who has a boy tent to his backside. I'd wear Endymion, says Micah. Yeah, Endymion's nice. I've got the cologne concentrate. It's really good. Antonio says, Scent of the Day, Aramis 900. Excuse me. Dura Rowe says, I am waiting for Charles to say off with his head. And then some aide to waddle over and whisper, Your Highness, we don't do that anymore. And we'll chop his head off. Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen, King Charles, allow me to introduce myself, Richard Dawkins, God does not exist, says Duchamp. I would assume they wear girl on as well. No. There's a royal warrant for Penhaligons have got a royal warrant. Ah, Eugene. Welcome, Eugene. How are you? Excuse me. Roger was probably the best vintage collector after seeing his presentation. Well, I mean, he's probably had fucking better access to stuff than I have. I remember when he used to work in Harrods as a perfumer. As a perfume, it wasn't a critic, was it? It was a perfume. He would help people choose what perfume they want. And this was before he started his own brand. And he would have had access to all those fucking store cupboards over the years. You know, all the old stuff in there that nobody wanted, nobody thought anything of. Although his collection is outrageous, there can be no denying. Do florists have a royal warrant too? Oh, pass, maybe. I heard Creed have been making perfumes for the British royal family for centuries. I'm going to dehydrate. Give me a minute, please. Oh. Excuse me. I'm parched. I feel strange. Well, friends, one has returned. I did get a package today. And the package I received was from fucking Lucky Scent. And it is 4 samples. And you will remember I did a little unboxing because Spy and Mash very kindly gifted me Incense Avignon by Comme des Garçons. And I was so enamored that I decided I wanted to try the rest of the line. So I got the samples from, what they're called? I got the samples from Lucky Scent, and I have received them, and I've tried a couple of them. Not huge on them. After I do the video about the most worn fragrances of spring summer, I'm going to do a video on more samples by Eldo. They will include I Am Trash, and it will include the Marquis de Sade one, which is very much like Amber Aurea, if you want the truth. It's only got one note in it, labdanum. I'm not a big fan of labdanum. It gets a bit rubbery, but we'll see. Anyhow, did he pause the stream, or are we all just speechless? Bit of both. Cromwell was also buried with a bottle of Creed Royal Tears. Eugenia must be swimming in boxes and bubble wrap and tape and labels. That's not a word, Bobby, says Phil. Lemon. I hate lemons. You mean the royal cannot just pick up a bottle and spray what he wants? No, he gets somebody else to do it for him. Of course. Drew a rose like he was an Egyptian. Bobby Charles carries a bottle of pest repellent, works wonders when faced with the common people. Actually, Charles is brilliant with the common people. It's these fucking servants that he doesn't fucking have any respect for, the shithubs. Actually, no, I mean, he says please and thank you, and he doesn't hit them or anything like that. So it takes a special type of person to want to go into fucking royal service. You know what I mean? Like, you fuck out, you've got to be a strange fucker to go and do that kind of shit. You know what I mean? So I'd probably look down. I mean, to be fair, I'm not even the king, and I look down on people who go and do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be a servant. Of course, no bother. I need to buy a pack of cigarettes just for the smell of unburnt cigs, says Spaced Out. That's unusual. Ryan says, Anuj, I received the IL bottles a couple of days ago. Dude, thank you again. Excellent. Anyone ever smoked clove cigarette? No, but my friend, I was at her house today and we got talking about clove. And she was like, I dabbed some of this, I dabbed some of the Kyoto incense on her. And she was like, I don't think there's any clove in here. And she was like, I've got some cloves if you want to smell them. And I was like, oh, not really. And then I did. And I was like, wow, that's harsh. How many Tom Fords do you own, says Dino? Fuck knows, Dino, mate. Not that many. More signature. Well, no. I've got Vert Son, I've got Bois de Jour, I've got Tuscan Leather, I've got Tobacco Oud, I've got Amber Absolute, Noir Extreme, Grey Vetiver, Sahara Noir. If anyone else can think of anything I've got by Tom Ford. Yeah, that's it, I think. I've also got Nude Wood Candle, which I'm going to start burning soon. Just having a little break with the old candle at the minute. Ah, yes, bottom of the barrel is a better formulation, thick and better performance. Lucky Bobby. Knowing Charles' admiration for Creed, it would be funny if he makes Bourdon his personal perfumer. It's the king's request, says Pat. Not sure about that, Pat. I don't think he does have an admiration for Creed. That's just something Creed say because they can't help themselves. Ryan says, I like how they do the hip hip hooray, although maybe not hooray for the new king. A couple of people got arrested for heckling Andrew today, calling him a disgusting pervert. Not the time I want to be called a disgusting pervert, though, when I'm walking behind my dead mother's fucking body on the streets. But then again, if you don't want to be called a disgusting pervert, stop shagging children, you know? You can't really have it both ways, can you? You should stop being a disgusting pervert if we're being fucking perfectly frank. But that's life at the minute. His mother paid £12 million so that he wouldn't get fucking investigated by the FBI. I wouldn't have accepted it, the silly cow, but there we are. 12 million quid. At the price, sir. You can't do that in this country, you know? Like, you can't buy your way. Well, you shouldn't be able to buy your way out of justice. We just do it different ways, to be fair. People used to perfume their cigarettes. Now we have vapes. Bariatrion says, found Aramis Tobacco Reserve at a local mall. I was a bit indecisive after smelling it since it's discontinued. Interested in hearing your thoughts. Buy it. I think it's fantastic, but what it is a tobacco leaf fragrance, and it's like a green tobacco leaf. It's like a really old school tobacco leaf kind of fragrance. So it doesn't smell like tobacco as such. It's tobacco leaf. You know, it's not like the tobacco in Tobacco Vanille. It's not like the tobacco in Fedon's Tobacco Rouge. It's not like the tobacco in Herod. I mean, basically all three of those fragrances are the same. It's not modern, it's old fashioned, but I would buy it because that shit is gone. I ummed and ahed over that fragrance, and then one day it was gone and I just couldn't find it anymore anywhere. It's very green though, and it's very austere. So if you like an old school fragrance, it's got a bit of polo green about it, but it's very good. I really like it. Gonna go and peruse Neiman Marcus. Take care, Ryan. About it, not bad to be fair, says Dino. Yeah, I don't have Black Orchid or Neroli Portofino, Adam. Noir Extreme is a hype beast scent. It's a really good scent, though. I really like Noir Extreme. Is Noir de Noir good enough as a sheep wrap? I wouldn't have called it a sheep wrap. Duchenne found it heavy on the patchouli. Yeah, it's a big patchouli fragrance. Noir de Noir, patchouli chocolate sort of thing. Damn, how many 70-year-olds have mothers? By that time, the family is expecting you to kick it, says Pradeep. You want to go to Japan, mate? Japan and China, not so much China, but Japan, yes. For sure, Pradeep, says Bob. Pradeep says, many Japanese, oh, well, there we are. Many Japanese people in their 70s still have parents alive, yes. It's part of the problem with the Japanese economy, isn't it? They've got a really aging population. Enrique Vasquez says Prince Andrew was involved with Epstein's sex trafficking. Yes, I know. Okay, we'll consider having it. Do you want me to buy one for you as well? No, thank you. I've missed my opportunity with that fragrance, but I appreciate you asking, Barry. I do. Nuit de Cellophane. Should I buy Nuit de Cellophane? Is it good? What do you think? 80 quid I can get a bottle. There's one on eBay right now. Should I buy it? Dusan, yes, quite the age distribution there. Well, no, the age distribution's like up, like in the higher ages, you know? There's like the population, they don't have like as many babies to cover up the old people now. You look in places like Saudi Arabia, most of their populations are young. Saudi Arabia's got one of the youngest populations on the planet, I think, which gives them a distinct advantage for the future. When I think Tom Ford, I think patchouli, says Jura Rose. Dusan, yes, quite the age distribution there. Dushan says, Ura, when I think Tom Ford, I think of synthetics. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I go along with that. Antonio says, I like Tom Ford patchouli, absolute dark and dirty. Yes, it's fantastic. It really is. Bariatrion says, Noir de Noir and Tobacco Vanille were my first loves from the private blend. Nowadays, Tobacco Oud is more of a favourite. Yeah, I prefer Tobacco Oud. It's a great fragrance. Jura says, Duchamp, the ones I tried, I don't find them any more synthetic than other brands out there, to be honest. Do you happen to have Moschino's Pour On from 1990, said to be similar to Bellamy? No, I don't. No, I don't. But I do know one of Moschino's fragrances where it's got the double end on. AW, Mitch Rich. Is OG Dior Eau Noir worth to pay the high resale prices? Give me an example of the price and I'll tell you. Pradeep, says Dushan, one of my idol climbed Everest when he was 78. Now that is a great example of good health and strong heart. Mate, I couldn't climb Mount Everest. Mate, I can barely climb the stairs at the minute. My hip is useless. Ugh. A tired duck. $500 USD. Ooh. So, ooh, fucking hell. It depends how much 500 USD is worth to you, mate. I mean, is that a lot of money to you? And when you say old, is it like the OG? I mean, how OG? Are you talking about the original Eau de Cologne, or are you talking about the re-released Eau de Parfum? The one that was re-released about 8-9 years ago. Pradeep says, Tom Ford tries to be overtly sexy compared to something like the Chanel's, where it is gently implied but nothing in your face. Alan says, Tobacco Oud has to be one of my absolute favourites, one of only 3 fragrances for which I have a backup, awaiting autumnal weather. Oh, it's been shocking over here recently. What size is the bottle, AW? If it's an EDP, what size bottle is it? In millilitres, if you don't mind. That's on the cusp of it, says Micah. eBay pricing is astronomical. eBay can fuck off. I might wear Eau Noir tomorrow, actually, depending on the weather. I wore Koros today because it was quite bright. It wasn't warm per se, but it was quite bright. You know? Ah, yes. Here come the skelters, says Pradeep. Yeah, the fucking wankers. What size is the bottle, AW? We're all waiting. We're all keen. 250 ml, $500. It's probably as cheap as it's ever going to be. So if you wait much longer, this is what you need to take into consideration. It's never going to get cheaper. That version with the green juice. Is it sealed? What's the batch code? What year is it? $500. Is that a lot of money to you? It's $2 a mil. I'm really not going to make that decision for you. But it's never going to be cheaper, mate. It's never going to be cheaper. Will you do a sample set of Comme des Garçons? Crystal loves this brand. I'll probably do a video of all the samples, yeah. But I've got a lot of stuff to get through before then. A lot. Excuse me. Enchanté, says Eugene. Enchanté to meet you too. If it was there for €200 last month in France, no one bought it for a week. I'm not sure the batch code. Thanks for the insight. No problem. I'm glad I could be of assistance to you. Sorry. I feel like I got something on me. Mike says, wonder if FK's re-release is worth it. I smelled them both and I thought no. I smelled the Cologne Blanche, which I thought was rubbish. And it smells like a Coeur de Jean. And I smelled the Eau Noir and I thought, what's the point? I thought the one I've got smells better, probably, if I'm being honest. But I've got it. I have got a 2014, which was before the Demashocalypse. Demashocalypse? I don't know. I can't even say that. Demapocalypse? Rich, swallow 1 or 2 teaspoons of honey for your throat. I haven't got any honey. Honey? Sounds like you need to hydrate. It's been like this for a couple of weeks, to be honest with you. I think it's got something to do with those immunosuppressants I'm taking. Like the methotrexate is known to give you lung problems. Yeah, W, if it's the one on eBay from the Solara Seco, then it's not the OG formula. It's the current formulation. The last slide shows the current version of the Eau Noir, not the green, says Bry. Outrageous. Bry looking out for you. In your opinion, which perfume brand does the best reformulations? It is either Chanel or Guerlain. Demolition, Demaché, all good, try dark. Democopolis. Oh, fuck, I can't even suck. I wrote it down here. Demopocalypse. I saw Francois Demaché washing Bobby Ono's car. I said, yeah, I saw that. Wax on, wax off. Hello, Wesley Garlic. How are you, Square? I hope you are doing well as well. I'm all right. Bob's car is still dirty after all that, says Anuj. 250 ml of original Eau Noir goes for $700 US minimum on eBay and Macari. People know what they've got. Yikes. You mean the original Eau Noir with the Eau de Cologne? Pradeep, you are not looking close enough, monsieur, says Bob. I forgot to bid on that Nui de cellophane. I was distracted by all of you. Shit. Oh well. It was 80 quid. I could do with not spending that, to be fair. Nui de cellophane is it's a white floral anyway. It would still be clean if Jacques Polish had washed it, says Bob. Get some Dawn honey. I'll do nothing of the sort. It's all sugar. Oh. Forget the honey. 2 mils of whiskey will do the trick, says Wesley. I can't do that either. Like I say, those immunosuppressants, they do fuck with your liver, so I don't want to be mean to my liver. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so weak. I can't believe how weak I am. I'm yawning like fuck. So much yawning. I'm going to hydrate again. You see if I don't. Ooh. Yeah. So yes, there's a very good chance I'm still going to get a hold of Tumulte. But it's not going to be off the Italian man. Nice as he is, and he is very nice, Antonio. I'm not going to get it off him because he wants 10 times more than what it's bloody worth. Petrol has dropped to $1.39 a litre. Yeah, not in this country. It fucking hasn't. Your petrol prices are about fucking half what ours are. It's the fucking the companies in this country, the big multinationals, are encouraged to rip us off in this country. You can do a ginger tea with honey and lemon. I haven't got any. I haven't got any honey. Review Bois d'Argent while cutting a tree down next, says Broaddeep to Bob. Alberto Moreas washes a lot of cars, trucks, ships, you name it, says Broaddeep. Not just original EDP with separate. Rich, what is the name for number 2 Les Abstraits, please? I'm not telling you, Bob. To be fair, I'm not sure which one he's going to release next. Be a man, says Bob. $5 a gallon in my area, says Frank. Honestly, you just don't know how lucky you are. You're complaining bitterly about your petrol prices. We're paying at least double that. We're paying at least double that, although your gallons are a little bit smaller. It's not telling us. You just don't know how cheap your petrol is over there. You want to see what the price of the fuel is over here. It's absolutely criminal, really. Shouldn't be allowed, but the Prime Minister used to work for Royal Dutch Shell, so there we go. Take a whiff of the mint tincture from Les Indomptables sample set kit. Yes, that's a good point, Pradeep. That'll do it. Pradeep is Pradeep. Enrique says Haaland is unstoppable in the Premier League. He's unstoppable anyway. Ah, okay, thanks, bro. I just see the batch code, and indeed it is the newer formulation. Nightmare. Le bois matin, says Frank. I don't know what that means. Number 2, Les Abstrait will be exquisite relief, says Dushan Ninish. I don't think that's the name. Could be, but I don't think so. Frank says we do a lot more driving. Well, you've got a bigger country, to be fair. Our country is little, but it's all the tax that's on the fuel in this country. It's just that's what the government does in this country. They find stuff that you can't live without, and then they tax it heavily as fuck so they can get more money in, rather than trying to grow the economy to get more tax in. But there we are. We do a lot more drive. Oh, sorry, I've read that. Adam says he hasn't played against the big six clubs yet in the Premier League. We will see in good time. I think he'll score loads of stuff. Frank says Les Abstrait number 2, Morning Wood, Bois Matin. No, but that would be a good shout. I do feel like I've got some kind of fucking ailment going on, I must admit. I must get in touch with the doctor because I've had this cough since last week and I'm not supposed to be unwell. If I get unwell, then I'm in danger. Les Abstrait number 2, Morning Wood. Can you imagine? You never know. You might be giving him some. You might be giving him some inspiration for the future. Ow. I don't know if he's still listening, to be fair. I know he was tired. He was at work before and he was absolutely shattered by it, like. So. I wonder if Life of American Pie is still here, because he's just released a video and I shall be watching that. Oh. Where are we? It's 9:30. I've got another half an hour left in this. AW says, I'm looking forward to wearing leather oud. Yes. Yes, 1,000 yeses. I look forward to wearing leather oud as soon as this weather cools down. Maybe get a sneak peek next week. I think I'm going to be wearing that. Maybe even in the next few days. Never mind the next few weeks. Adam D says he will have more chances to score with Man City. Yeah, they'll create a fucking fortune. They'll win the Champions League if they want to this season. They've already won the Premier League, in my opinion. There's nobody going to get near them unless Pep Guardiola overthinks it, because that's what he does. He thinks too much. He's actually a good baller. Well, I mean, we all knew that. Phil Stevens says monkeypox for some reason. Are you all right there, Phil? Do you need to tell us something? Should we be quarantining from you? Have you got it? Did you start it? I really love Eugene's idea about not releasing the notes for number 2, says Anuj. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Morning Wood sounds like a wonderful fragrance, says Wes. Wes sounds like he's a fan of Morning Wood. Is that true, Wes? Are you a fan of Morning Wood? Oh. Hope you enjoyed as much as I did creating it. Is that the original line from Roger? I mean, to be fair, if saying the word original and then Roger in the same sentence, I mean, it's not ideal, is it? Although I do actually think Roger is actually a nice person. Like, I really don't want it to come across that I think I'm casting aspersions about, like, his decency as a man. I'm sure he's a very decent man, you know? But the shit he comes out with about his perfume is just arch bollocks. But I think he's going to sell his perfume brand for a lot of money. And I think that's probably what he set out to do. In the same way that Curtis Jean did. I must admit, I reckon he's probably had a lot of fun doing it as well, you know? But I'll say something else. He's saddled up to some fucking pretty bad people in his time, you know? Setting up that shop in Moscow, releasing a fragrance called Oligarch, all the Middle Eastern ouds in all those places, you know, naming them after dynasties in tyrannical places like fucking, well, you know the ones. Not great. Not gonna look good in hindsight. I mean, hindsight's 2020, but you know, not ideal, is it? But then the British government deals with all these people as well. This country is well, what was it somebody said? Fucking Richie J is sending me messages and I can't read them. I wish he would sod off and watch me bloody well streams, and then he would know that I was streaming. The shit. He's no lurker. Let's see you wear something for 7 days. Tobacco oud, no chance. I'd rather be a sumo jockey, says Phil. You said you didn't feel well. It was in reference to your thumbnail. Monkey see, monkey do. Oh dear. Monkey see, monkey do, monkey pox. Hopefully not. AW says Bob has the best watches in the fragrance YouTube community. My watch? My watch is, my tag is actually with Tag Heuer at the minute because it stopped working and it was only serviced 2 years ago, and that is not what I paid the money for. I did not pay all that money for a tag to not work. I shall be making this point to them most vigorously if they try and charge me when they fix it. How would you rank them as the best midfielders? Scholes, De Bruyne, and Luka Modric. Modric, Scholes, De Bruyne. Oh, I feel bad saying that. I think Scholes was massively overrated, if you want the truth, but there we are. So Oligarch was supposed to be upgraded to a Parfum. DC'd, discontinued the EDP, then Putin happened. I mean, Putin's been going on for years, hasn't he? Do you know what I mean? He's slaughtering his own people, assassinating people left, right, and centre, sending assassins, squads of assassins around the world. You know? He's a horrible shit. You know? Can't wait until he shuffles off this mortal coil. Everybody concerned will be more fucking safe after that. I think the Russians are sick of him now as well. You know? That's what happens with tyrants and people like that. You get sick of them after 15 years, 10, 15, 20 years. Prick that he is. I'll probably get poisoned for that, touch wood. In W, lol, one does not work, but I love it so. China is getting the steering wheel soon anyway. I wouldn't know. They're in a bit of trouble internally. There's a lot of problems in China internally. It's always easy to sit and feel all of your problems and look over and see the grass is greener, but it's not greener on the other side. Trust us, they've got a massive housing problem at the minute, something akin to the housing crisis we had the best part of 15 years ago now. They are in serious trouble if they don't sort something out. And it's not looking good at the minute. Thoughts on Osmanthus? Not for me. Peachy leather. Not in my opinion. My Explorer 2 has treated me well on many dangerous photo adventures. Bobby, you have an Exploder, a 2-vehicle family. Do you know Skulls is better when you watch him live? So, shite then, really, because he's retired. I lost a lot of respect for Skulls when the video of him biting at him. Yeah, that was fucking so weird. Why are they all like that? I did drive and live in an Explorer 93, Alaska, Rocky Mountains, says Bob. What was I going to say about fragrance? I haven't got any purchases coming up. Actually, no, that's not true. I've got a little box coming from Anouge, and it is a little box, certainly compared to the boxes I've had before. Frank says, watch of the day, Breitling Avenger. I like a Breitling. I like. If I was going to get a big chunky watch, I'd get a Breitling. But I like me tag. My tag's really nice. It's dead stripped back and everything like that, you know. So I'm quite happy with that, to be honest with you. No, yeah, I haven't got any new fragrances coming, I don't think. Getting a package from Anouge, but it's like with backup stuff. Got like Roadster, some Ho Hang Club. What's the other thing I'm getting as well? A Scarda Pour Arm, and then I'm getting Eugene's bottles too. Anouge is going to Jamaica soon. Jamaican me crazy. That'll be nice for him. I'm not into YouTube boxing, but I have to say Jake versus Anderson Silva is interesting. I'm going with Silva. Anderson Silva is fucking outrageous. And when he broke his leg, and it was fucking dangling around. Was that Anderson Silva? That was grim. Goodness me, it was grim. That sort of shit makes me feel ill, like. Frank says this one is reasonably sized, 43 mil, I believe. I can't do big units like a 90s rapper anymore. We should really have Greggy Boy here. I should invite Greggy Boy. I'd like to have Greggy Boy on a stream one day, just talking about anything, really. He's a fucking lovely bloke, like. Breitling, amazing sports watches. 10 grand watches is what they are, mate. 10 grand watches is what they are. Yeah, Silver was amazing in his prime, says Dino. Yeah, he was just generally amazing, wasn't he? Small for a Breitling. Yeah, Breitling just... The problem with Breitlings is it's just screaming steal me. You know? Like, my watch is nice. It's a tag. It's nice. It looks good. It's stripped back. It's a tag. It's a quality watch. But it's understated. You know? It's not a flashy dial. Not a flashy strap. Nothing flashy about it. It's just very much lovely and nice and perfect for what I want it for, you know? You wear a Breitling and you're a target, and you know you're a target. It's a big fuck off target sign on your arm. And there's every chance someone's going to try and take it from you. And you'll be known for that watch as well. You know? Rich with the watch review. I'm not trying to be a watch person. I know nothing about watches. I would always defer to Greggy Boy's greater wisdom. That's what he's into now. He still loves his fragrances. I just think he might have fallen out a little bit of love with the community, which is more than the right to do that. Excuse me. Jake needs to box boxers within 10 years of his own age. He needs to stop paying people to take a dive is what he needs to stop doing. That fucking bloke who took one punch off and pretended to be knocked out and then walked out the ring was fined later as an absolute disgrace and shouldn't be allowed to be. Should have had his purse withheld, frankly. But it wasn't going to happen because that's the spectacle, isn't it? You know. Jake Paul saying, Tommy Fury saying he doesn't know why he wasn't allowed into the US is an absolute fucking joke as well. He knows exactly why he's not allowed into the fucking US. It's because he hangs around with Daniel fucking Kinahan. It's the same reason Tyson Fury's not allowed into the US anymore. You know, you won't see Tyson Fury box in the United States ever again because he's fucking sanctioned. Daniel Kinahan is a massive coke dealer. Massive, like proper massive, like brings it over from South America and spreads it throughout Europe. You know? He's the reason coke's so cheap in Europe. And Tyson Fury hangs around with him. Tyson Fury's a mate. Sorry. The Dragon Balls watch looks amazing. Swatch. Got 100 ml of Eau Sauvage Parfum, as I suspect it has been discontinued, and got a 30 ml Eau Sauvage Elixir. Not too bad, I reckon, says Hillstrat. So Hillstrat, let me just work this out. Got 100 ml of Eau Sauvage Parfum, as I suspect it has been discontinued. I hope it hasn't been discontinued, mate. And got a 30 ml Eau Sauvage Elixir. Not too bad. Eau Sauvage Elixir, or do you mean Sauvage Elixir? Because I've never heard of Eau Sauvage Elixir. Eau Sauvage and Sauvage are two different perfumes. So you may have to confirm what you mean by that, Hillstrat. But it is nice to meet you. I've never seen you before. Hello. A Patek 5970 with salmon dial would be lovely. I mean, a Patek would be lovely, wouldn't it? Really, the watch that I would like to have, if you want the truth, and you will know exactly why as soon as I say it, would be a vintage Cartier Santos. I would fucking love a Santos. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? You can pick them up for all right money as well. Although they are going up. And I would wear it with me Santos de Cartier perfume as well, obviously. If I worked in an office, I was a businessman. Pro deep, says Frank. I can't believe we're talking about watches. How have you let this happen? Vegeta watch is my favourite, then Goku watch. I can't believe you're talking about Dragon Ball Z watches. Excuse me. Yes, sorry, horrible raspberry note, but given the hate, not too bad. So did you mean 30 ml of Sauvage Elixir? Do you think that Eau Sauvage Parfum? Are you meaning the one in the square bottle, not the blue bottle? Hillstrat. Good name. I like your name. Oh. Oh, dear. The very, very first 007, I thought he wore a Cartier. I don't know. He probably wore a Rolex, to be fair. That's just off the top of my head. I don't actually know that. Reverso Duo Face also Pro Deep, says Frank. I can't believe we're talking about watches. Enrique, do you like the new Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum? Well done, Enrique. It's nice, but I don't love it. And I'm not going to be buying it. I actually prefer the original one. I need to spend more time with it. I have actually got a couple of samples. I was in the shop there last week, and I was spreading the love. It was It was all right, the new one. I like it. It's all right. It's nice. You know? Sorry, I meant Eau Sauvage might be discontinued, but Eau Sauvage Elixir carries on horribly. I'd like to know what you think of Ormond Jane. Well, it's funny you say that. Most of the Ormond Jane I don't really care for, but Jura Rose sent me a sample of Ormond Jane Man, and I really like that. I really, really like that. The dry down, the sandalwood dry down of that is beautiful, and the top's got juniper berry, and that's always a winner for me. I love juniper berries. I love juniper fragrances, is what I should say. I'm not big on gin, but it's the Ormond Jane Man is lovely. The other ones I don't know too much about. I haven't spent much time with them, but I'm not huge on the ones I've smelled so far, you know. But Ormond Jane Man, lovely. Really nice. Like, really nice. Hello, everyone. Dr. Duck says Fosco. Welcome, Fosco. How are you? And welcome, Shiva Vareen. How are you? Ian Fleming intended him to wear an Explorer. That is canon, says Frank. I will take your word for it, mate. How about dingleberries? I don't even know what they are. Hello, Vic from Bel Air Sense. Check out Bel Air Sense. We have become friends. He is a good reviewer. He is into the stuff I am into. I enjoy his content greatly. I'd love to get a tank. I'd drive a tank. Yes, it is good, says Hillstrot. Tolu, too. Yeah, Tolu, apparently. I can't remember it off the top of my head. What makes you think that Eau Sauvage might be discontinued? Eau Sauvage Parfum might be discontinued, Hillstrot. Dingleberries have that short top. I genuinely don't know what dingleberries are. Thanks again, Rich. Thank you, Vic. Vic also contributed to my coffee fund. If anyone else would like to buy me a coffee, I feel bad asking, but I will ask. If anybody has any like sort of expertise in like what computers, I would like to future-proof a computer. If I bought a computer, I would like it to be able to last like 5 years. Do you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be obsolete within like 2 to 3 years. I'm not about buying a new computer every 3 years. Do you know what I mean? 2 years even, which is worse. Things Francis Curtijan will change things in Dior, says Vic. You're right. I just don't know whether for the better or not. Not after what I smelled the other day. Cologne Blanche didn't do it for us. Did not do it for me at all. Ah, Lagandam, welcome. Good day, rich and friends. Scent of the day, Pekshi Ru, a mesmerizing blend of Turkish rose, coffee, and cardamom. That sounds nice. With incense lingering in the air. I've never even heard of that. Pekshi Ru, who's that by? Or is that like one of them things named of the house? If I put that into Fragrantica, will something come up? Vic says he will discontinue also more. Yes, that's what I thought when Hillstrat said about that's what I thought when Hillstrat said about Dior Sauvage Parfum getting discontinued. That Francis Curtijan might have just got rid of that. Might be wanting to make a new one. Or just getting rid of it. They need to streamline the privés. It's ridiculous at the minute. It really is ridiculous at the minute how many like fragrances they've got out there that are really not great. Oud Savage mood covering for sure, says Pradeep. If you want your PC to last 5 years plus, you have to stick with Macs. See, I have never had a Mac. And it's not something I've ever had. I was just going to get a HP, you know. It was the last laptop I had. All I ever did was play on Football Manager. Super easy to use. I'm not doubting that they're easy to use, mate. That's not what I'm doubting at all. It's just everything else I've got Samsung. You know, like everything. And plus, Steve Jobs wants to know everything about you, which is a bit weird. Hillstrat says 100ml bottles are absent from a lot of online shops. Given how they treated Dior on Parfum, worth buying a backup. It's not a bad call. Where in the world are you, Hillstrat? Are you in... It sounds like you're in Holland. Or Belgium, possibly. But are you possibly in America? Because I know Americans have problems with getting perfumes over there sometimes, especially newer stuff, strangely. Get Surface Rich. What's that product? You've got to remember, I don't actually have a laptop and haven't done for years. And before the one that I had last, I hadn't had a laptop, I don't think, ever. I'd had PCs before, but never a laptop. Dingleberries are from an unkept backside. Harsh. I'll see what they are now. Bryce says, yeah, definitely a MacBook. I'm going to get messages off Brian now. Get a MacBook, Rich. Go on, Rich, get a MacBook. Buy HP, says Bella. I must admit that I'm a creature of habit. I'm probably going to get an HP. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm just looking for advice. Little Strat, are they discontinuing Dior on Parfum? I think it's just very hard to get. You know? Not the easiest fragrance in the world to get, like. Curious on your thoughts on Zeno Davidoff. I actually have a vintage. I have a Lancaster version, and it is very good. It is very good. Performance is a bit lacking. The latest version of Zeno is lovely still. The smell is great, but the performance is awful. Awful. But it's a very good scent. I am in West London with a Dutch name. Lots of people in London have names from all around the world. But welcome. Hello. I am in Newcastle-ish. Dingleberries are quite difficult to harvest, even painful if you pull at it. Oh, God almighty, Frank, away. Bob, the new Au Noir, Fosco says, Bob, the new Au Noir smells like FK has matured, warmer, rounder, less outlandish, like he's had years to think about what he'd do differently. Yeah, I imagine he's a better perfumer. Well, I imagine he's a different perfumer than he was 20 years ago. Frankly, I like the outlandish, sharper, colder, immature version I've got. While I agree with what you're saying, I like the one I've got compared to the one that's out now. Hillstrat, long-time listener, first-time call. Hello. Welcome. Please call again. Please don't stop calling. Zeno by Coty is weak, says Vic. Yes. The Lancaster ones are great. Matter of preferences. Fosco, yes. Yes, you're not wrong. In matters of taste, nobody is right. Though I love Macs like the Air, a watch guy that I am, aluminium cases wreck my watch. I gotta go resin plastic cases in my laptops. Matter of preferences. PC computers always give up on you after 2 years. Yeah. My mate built one and he built one, right? And it was massive. And God knows what he used to do on it, man. It was huge. Surfing the dark web and fucking playing like 3 games at once and fucking keeping tabs on like chatter online and stuff. He was banging to all of that kind of mad stuff, like really crazy stuff. And he had to cool it, right? I'm sure part of it was like water cooled, you know, like with not like actual water, but with like coolant. And then some of it, he actually had air being pumped from outside through the computer to keep it cool. It was huge. We're talking the best part of 10 years ago, but it was doing bits. I wasn't impressed with the new Dior Privé. No, I'm not impressed with them either, Dino, mate. Oris Noir Ormond Jane is another Ormond Jane worth checking out. I like that. I like the idea of Oris Noir. Matte laptops will definitely scratch your watches. Says Lag and Dunhill deal with Perfume will be over by 2023. They haven't been doing any. I haven't been very impressed with like the latest stuff from Dunhill, to be honest. I've got the old Dunhill for men, you know, like the really old one, and it's not bad. You know me so well, says Brian. Oh, excuse me whilst I turn over. Have you tried the Van Cleef Extraordinaire line? Thinking of Amber Imperial. I've tried the patchouli one, which I thought was quite nice, but I don't think there's anything there that I want, you know? What's your top three Lanvin? Oh, pass. I've got one, the irisy thingy. Oh, fuck knows what it's called. Give us a hand. I've done it. It's from years. It's from about 2002 to 2005. If Anuj was here, he'd be able to tell us. I've got one. I can't remember what it's called. It's got it's got like a disc. It's got like the circular indent in the back or the front. I currently use a Asus Zephyr G15, has a Ryzen 9. That's just, might as well have been speaking Chinese to me there, mate. Iris Ombre from Gallimard, grey theme, stunning as ambergris too. Avant-garde? No, that's not it. It could have been a Lancome fragrance because I always get those two mixed up. Oh, excuse me. Upload to the hub fast. Your Nikolai hate is very telling, says Hillstrat. I'm not a fan of Nikolai, I've got to be honest. Too powdery. Have you tried any imaginary authors? I've tried a couple, but they weren't. Not for me. Pat Lester says, did you hear about Antonio from Real Men, Real Style? Bullshitter. Perfume line. Apparently he claims he didn't need a perfumer for his line. Bullshitter. Outrageous. Yeah, he's just he might not have needed one, but he still used one. Monsieur Lanvin and Vetiver. I don't believe a word that fucker says. He's a fucking absolute charlatan. And he sticks his nose into perfume because I'll tell you why he talks about perfume, right? Because the fucking margins are massive. Fucker would try and sell fucking sand to the Arabs. He's a horrible man. Don't believe a word that fucker says. Imaginary authors need to change their damn bottles, says Micah. Yeah, they leak, don't they? That guy sells snake oil. Yeah. Yeah, fuck him. Same as that, do you know the people who are selling pheromones? The one that Houdini gets upset about. The pheromone people. It's bollocks. Antonio tagging along for the ride. Yeah, he just thinks he can make some money. I've seen those videos. Somebody sent me links to those videos, right? Because they were delisted. Were they delisted on YouTube or something like that? And somebody found them, right? And they sent us those videos. And it's just him, just like literally like you are a hollow man with too much money if you buy into that shit. A fool and his money are parted easily, and that fucker will take your money with the greatest of ease and think very little of it. What was it he said he'd done? He'd done loads of research. And what was he called them? Something outrageous like honor. It's like, oh, do you want to honor your family by wearing this fragrance? Are you mad? You talking about? Not be honouring me family by wearing a fragrance. Are you mad? Shut up. Manly Sense, welcome. Snake Earl de Toilette. Yes, that's right. Is it L'Enfant Arpège? I'm going to have to get up and have a look now. Give us a second. Oh. Oof. Where are you? There you are. Yeah. Arpège pour on. That's right. When I said arpège, you were correct. And it is nice. I'll give you that. It's very soft, though, isn't it? It's very soft. Stop holding things by the bloody cap. Stop nipping myself every time I do it. Give us a second, I'm going to the bathroom. It's lovely, it's just very soft. Skin scent massively. Aha. One has returned. Oh. Right. What am I doing? Okay. So, where were we, eh? Hello to my favourite duck. Hello, Michael. Hillstrat says, excuse me? What do you think about Platinum Egoist? I'm actually selling my vintage tester. It's on eBay. If you want to buy it off eBay, then send me an email. Him and his studies, Lamau. Yes, that's right. He's fucking talking bollocks. Antonio knows as much about fragrances as Stevie Wonder knows explaining what I'd look like, says Dino. Yeah, he's the real quack. Oh, very good. Skin scent, says Lagandam. It is. It's very skin scent. It's nice. It's lavender and iris. You know, it's very nice. But it's not. You know, if you go on like a date with like a girl who you know is gonna get close to you, then you'll probably be all right with that. Need to restock on Fahrenheit, says Micah. Antonio says, I hate when he talks about clothes, so you know I can't stand this shit. Vic says, who have tried H24 EDP? No, I have not. My wife already told me I stink today, says Frank. No honor here. Scent of the day is Timbuktu. She hates my spending. They all stink. I think you might need to get rid of your wife, mate. Is there a modern tester on the site of Noosh Fahrenheit, says Micah? Noosh, what are your top 3 Lawn Vaughan sellers, says Lagandum? That's a niche question. Is someone there, says Vic. I'm here, Vic. Don't worry, I just had to go to the bathroom. New today, Sheep Siam from Rogue. I'm Bengal Rogue. Bengal Rouge by Papillon. Guess you went to dehydrate. I did, yes. Oh, I wore Fahrenheit yesterday. Missed it. Glad it's cool enough to wear now. I wore it last week. Excuse me. Yeah, I wore it last week. Perfect for fall, says Micah. Commercial break. One thing coming for me is Les Abstrais, says Frank. And Noosh says, L'Enfant L'Homme is really the only one that seems to move for us. Belair says, Rich, have you tried Leonard Homme? I have tried Leonard Homme. I've got a bottle of it. It's very nice. Do you all see the relationship between Himalaya and Platinum Egoist? Oh, I see more of a relationship between Platinum Egoist and Sauvage than I do Himalaya and Platinum Egoist. Although the original Lawn Vaughan for Men was a damn good seller when we had stock, that is, says Anush. Nice thumbnail, says Rudy. Yes, that's right. Thank you, Rudy. Vintage Timbuktu and Sycamore EDT have the same vetiver note. Interesting. Which one, 1980 or 2009? 1980, Vic. Hello, everyone. What time are we on? I'm going to go after a couple of hours. Oh, it is a couple of hours. I'm tired and my voice is aching. So it's probably a good time to bail. Although there are 38 people here. Yes, I think I will. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It is time I went. I have many fucking missed messages of people actually trying to contact me from real life. Sorry I have to go. My voice is sore, as you can tell. I'm going to have to get to the doctors. I feel okay. Thank you, Micah. But thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for everybody who liked. I appreciate it. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.